Right, good evening everybody. We're ready for a 6:30 start, which I thought was 7 o'clock, so I'm very late. So, we'll get on because we've got a lot on this evening. Declarations of interest. Members are reminded that they should declare any interest and agenda item 3 in respect of the items to be considered, and are also advised that the timescale to alter their stated interest with the District Council's monitoring officer is 28 days. Mobile telephones. Councillors and members of the public are requested to ensure that their mobiles are off. Recording. This meeting may be filmed or audio taped, and it is. Public participation. Members of the public will be given an opportunity to address councillors present at this meeting regarding agenda items at the discretion of the chairman. Members of the public will also be given an opportunity to discuss town council activities not on the current agenda after the close of the meeting. The comments of members of the public and electors of the parish who speak before the start of the meeting or following the close of the meeting will not form part of the meeting, of the minutes of the meeting. Is there anybody that wishes to speak? And I believe we've got Trevor Stratford who's going to give his report now, are you?
If it's convenient, Chair.
Sorry?
So I'll carry on?
Yes, please.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Please.
I'm very conscious of the tight timetable that you've got for this evening, and so I'll keep this very succinct. The report is our second one now for Carnival, and I've always felt that it was appropriate that we report it back to Town Council as the largest sponsor that we have across Carnival Week. It's only right and proper that we at least give you some indication of what our spend areas are. So hopefully you've had time to read the report. At least then you'll get an indication of some of the areas that I was going to quickly just touch upon. Carnival this year cost us in the region of about £55,000. It's a large, complicated and complex event now to put on with all the legislation that's required to support it as well, and the associated costs. Our main cost areas this year were around insurance. Some of that was premised by the Dawlish District Council, which unfortunately we weren't aware that some of the acts coming onto the lawn had to, or events, charities, had to have the relevant insurances, which caused us a bit of a hiccup. Our own insurances had to increase significantly this year for the first time, way beyond what we had actually anticipated. And one of the other big spend areas was we had to go and purchase a vehicle and obviously have that insured. That cost us nearly £4,000 in total. So there are some significant costs. The feedback that we've had from everybody has been very supportive and really positive. But to bring to the town and to raise the profile of Dawlish, our entertainment costs in terms of trying to make the week something that's free for most and enjoyable for everybody across all sectors, all age groups, etc. And Friday being something that people want to come to because it's such a good day, such a good evening, we need to spend that extra money. And the entertainment this year costing the order of about £24,000, but after sponsorship that was reduced to about £13,500. Having said that, for a voluntary organisation that relies on donations from Town Council and other organisations, £13,000 for entertainment is still a very large figure. One of the things I'm keen to try and pursue through the committee for next year is to try and develop a financial understanding about what the tangible benefits are to the town by way of either through the Chamber of Trade, Hoteliers Association or other organisations that can get a better understanding that by having Carnival in during that week, their footfall through their various businesses increases and therefore the turnover and revenue at the same time. Something that I'm quite keen to actually progress. One of the other things that we need to consider is sponsorship. This is one area that's always inconsistent. One year we get a sizable amount from one organisation and the next year we don't get anything at all. So the vagaries of that create problems for us in terms of being able to consolidate our funding and start to book acts, which clearly we will be starting to do in January. I book acts and I don't have the necessary income, then that will create a certain problem. The other problem for us is volunteers. We've restructured as of Monday the committee, and we've got a dedicated volunteers lead. Volunteer profile, and I'm not sure how this reflects itself across other like organisations, but the volunteer profile is getting older. It's the same group of people. It's not the Rotary and the 41 Club and others that come to help out where they can. The age profile is clearly getting older. The pool of volunteers is shrinking, and that is causing us a problem because we rely heavily on marshals, people to deal with our stalls, collectors for fire evening and for the parade itself, and therefore it is an issue. So we're trying to address that into 2019 as well. Recommendations, there are three. Purely, some of that's for information because it sits upon me and the committee to try and drive some of those. But one last area that I want to quickly touch on is storage. It's been 3 years since we started with nothing. And over that 3-year period, we've now started to buy, purchase, and we have donated a number of significant items, and we rent a store from Cambridge at £1,300. We're at a point now where we need a larger store, and that comes with cost. And we're trying to avoid two store sites. So if there's any help or assistance the town council can give us in that area, that would be really welcome. That's all I'm going to say, and I'm happy to take any questions should anybody have anything.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Any questions? Terry?
Yes. Trevor, thanks for that. I was reading through your report. You refer to the Town Council and the events department, and you say we will welcome the discussion to continue a close working relationship. I'm all for that. So let's make a note to get together.
The comment with the events committees is that my point, I suppose, was to make that it's a very, very useful format and committee for the town, not just for us, but all the other organisations that attend it as well. And it's a conduit into sharing, using similar resources, swapping through equipment, and we all share that with the town council or other organisations. So it is a really worthwhile committee.
Good, but as I say, if you're working on close relationships, I entirely agree, and we're happy to work together with you.
Right, thanks.
Yeah. Thank you very much for what you've done for Dawlish, for the carnival yet again. It's a fantastic carnival. If I could just ask one thing, do you give any of the financial debt to charity? Because I've not always been in favour of the carnival given to charity, because I think what the carnival do is given to the town anyway, and the previous carnival committee used to give some to charity, and I think, personally, I think you're better to hold over your funds to help on next year's carnival. I think the carnival itself does enough for the town without giving to charity. So the two questions really, do you have a carryover budget?
Yes.
A profit from this year, which I think is great.
Well, actually, this year we didn't break even this year. That's why this has become important. So this report helps strike that balance. And I've not attached the accounts for this year, though they will be public knowledge through the AGM, through a public meeting in early January, early March time. They are available. We signed them off at the AGM on Monday, but because I haven't done that yet, I couldn't attach them to this report. But go back to donations, I'm very conscious of that, and we try to strike a balance. So our donations are directed mainly to those organisations that help us. So like the Cadets, for example, at the moment they're struggling, of course, with transport, and they need to purchase a minibus with the order of about 2,500. A number of various organisations are donating towards that end, and we're likely to be giving them about £100. But they help us, it's a reciprocal arrangement. So we tend to make very small £50 or £100 donations. There was 5 organisations last year that are assisting us during the carnival week. Good, thank you.
Trevor, as you've got a storage problem, which everybody seems to have when it comes to anything in this town, and great, I'm really pleased to think that you are growing like that. I wondered, as this is recorded, and also there are people out there who have, I would have thought, some sort of storage facility, and if it was known that it was Carnival were looking, I would hope that perhaps somebody would come forward, because £1,300 for storage is a lot of money for you the way it is. And I understand why T-Bridge charge you that, because that's how things go. But I'm quite certain there must be somebody in Dawlish who has some space somewhere who could help you at least put some extra to what you've got.
We're putting feelers out there at the moment through what I call business leaders, people who've got large organisations in and around the town, and we've just started making those inquiries now, so hopefully we'll get something. We've only just started, to be truthful, but hopefully we'll get something in the new year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Trevor, you've got a camera behind you. Would you like to make an appeal for volunteers? Because people get seen by other people. And without volunteers, you're going to be in real trouble.
Which way to turn there?
I'm going to stand slightly to the right, Phil.
It's yeah. I mean, Carnival relies wholly on volunteers. There is a small committee that we have, but last year it was 800 hours worth of volunteers that were required for the 7 days that we had across Carnival Week. We need volunteers desperately, same as a number of other charitable organisations across the town, and therefore there is a plea for anybody wishing to be involved. Even on a part-time basis, casual basis, please get in contact with us through our website. Thank you.
Thank you. And I would like to thank you on behalf of the council for what you bring to Dawlish, what the carnival brings to Dawlish. I will mention this further on tonight, but we just had the street market. Friday night I had a children's party. 2 people had come all the way from Wales because they come in Carnival Week, enjoy it that much, saw it advertised and brought their children at the weekend to see this, because nothing like this ever happens in their town, as they said.
But there is one more last point I wanted to just reference, I suppose. It was a big thank you to the Town Council, because the donation that we get through the Financial General Purpose Committee and therefore as a consequence Town Council is a large part of what we do. And if we didn't have that level of support through yourselves, then it's a two-way street. We're hoping to promote the image of the town and promote Dawlish within Devon and clearly further afield. But without that grant, without the support that we get in other ways as well, we wouldn't be able to function. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Is there any other items people wish to speak of? Right, we'll go straight on then. Apologies for... yeah, we have one urgent item. We have one urgent item at the end of the meeting. Apologies for absence.
Councillor Nicholas, Chairman.
Thank you. Thank you. Agreement of the agenda between parts 1 and 2, and we don't have a part 2. Declarations of interest? Nope. Dispensations? We consider dispensations? Nope. Devon and Cornwall Police Report, which we've all had. It's all been circulated, but I will read it out. During the month of November, there have been 146 calls to the police for Dawlish Town, including domestic-related 9 and 7 missing persons reports. There have been 47 crimes recorded, including 9 assaults, 3 common assaults, 8 criminal damage, 1 dangerous driving, 1 drive vehicle above the alcohol limit, 1 drunk and disorderly, 1 dog dangerously out of control, 1 grievous bodily harm, 2 harassment, 5 malicious communications, 2 sexual assault on female, 11 thefts, 1 threatening abusive words and behaviour, and 1 wounding with intent. Right. So it makes it sound like your wish is gosh. But I don't think it's as bad as it sounds. We're still quite... Thank you very much, so we will note that. Minutes. To approve, sign and adopt the minutes of the Town Council meeting held on the 7th of November. Anybody got any comments on this? No. All in favour? Assignment in the minute. Minutes of committees for adoption. Civic Community Committee, 17th of October.
Madam Mayor, I would like to ask this committee to adopt the minutes for the civic communities 17th of October.
Thank you.
I'll
We'll
second
take
that.
Second that, okay, all in favour? Thank you. Finance and general purposes.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to present the minutes of the Financial General Purpose Committee meeting on the 25th of October for adoption.
Simon seconded, all in favour? And the planning committee, 1st of November 2018.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to propose the adoption of planning meeting on the 1st of November.
Thank you very much. One second. Thank you very much. Right, town mayor's announcements. November 9th, I was invited by Manor House to cut the first sod on the first of the new developments at Mayton Lane. I was quite surprised when I got there that they knew nothing about the link road. I said, is this where the link road's going through? And they just looked at me as if I was talking a different language. So hopefully that's been sorted out.
The link road won't go through there, well, it will do, but the 4.9 million won't pay for that section of it.
No, but it will join
It
up.
will join up, yes.
Well, it's going to be nice.
10th of November, I attended a presentation at the Strand Centre honouring the servicemen of Dawlish who had lost their lives in World War I. I found this really, really moving, and I was really impressed with the amount of hard work that had been put into this presentation. And I think a lot of people that were around visited it. I actually fell on Remembrance Weekend, and I really, really, really thought it brought Dawlish to life all those years ago. And you've heard the names of the families that were there then, and they're still here now. 11th of November was Remembrance Day. This was a busy day for all concerned. In the morning I attended the service at St Greg's. 3 o'clock we marched from the British Legion to the War Memorial, where I placed the brief on behalf of Dawlish Town Council. This was followed by the Remembrance service in St Gregory's. Due to the swans and cygnets nesting under the beacon at Tuck's Plot, we couldn't light that one, so our wonderful project manager saved the day and organised a replacement beacon, which we lit on the lawn at the same time as the rest of the country. On the 17th, I opened a new floral shop in the Strand. On the 30th, I switched Christmas lights on in Dawlish with the help of Father Christmas. Every year, this event gets bigger and bigger, and I think this year's was the best yet. Immediately after, I hosted a party for 50 children. That's actually the highlight of my year so far. Lots of sweets and dancing, and Santa came along with gifts for all the children. And as I said earlier, at the end of the evening, I met a couple who brought their children all the way from Wales. They'd seen the party advertised on Facebook and decided to come because where they lived, nothing like that happened. And I thought that was actually a wonderful thing to do. And 1st and 2nd, I spent like most of the rest of Dawlish enjoying the summer of the entertainments. We stayed dry. There was a lot of people in Dawlish, a lot of people from Dawlish, and a lot of people out of the area that came, and I just think that whole atmosphere was wonderful. And as well as this, I've had my usual Tingbridge and Dawlish commitments. I wish everybody a Merry Christmas. We've had the County Councillors' report. Do you want to read it? And it has been circulated. District Councillors' reports, we have had them. Is there any that we haven't had? Councillor
Just very briefly, obviously the public space protection order for the Dawlish is still going through. I think that was included in Councillor Clement's report. I think there's still some discussions that may well be had around that. Remembrance Day was tremendous, and I'd like to thank the British Legion for all the hard work that they did to make that happen. It was a fantastic turnout, and I thought it was a very good piece of work. The organisation that went into that must have been taken a long time, and so I'd like to publicly thank them for all the work they do to help the town remember those people who served the country. And very well done. I've been working with the Redeeming Our Communities group, the ROC group. And one of the things that's coming out of that is in trying to engage more with the younger people in the town. There's something I think our mayor has said before. I would like to see if we as a council might be minded to revitalise the youth council and see if we can get that going again. So that would seem to be something of worthwhile, and I'd like to hopefully work with the mayor and the clerk and bring a proposal to this council, hopefully in January, to see if we can do something along the lines of a youth council.
It is future member.
Yeah.
Oh, it can be,
It
sorry,
can be.
it can be.
So
Yeah, we have started.
So I'd like to see what we can do to actually accelerate that and make that happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
The
Councillor President.
Yeah, the youth council, which I think is absolutely excellent. We used to have, in the days of Roger Kirk, as you know, the headmaster and I was very involved in it then. And for some reason, it sort of dissipated. So, it would be great, they've got a headmaster there, first class, very active, school's on the up. I think this is a great way of getting them back involved and getting them here. Because the younger you learn, what a funny game. I was going to use another word, politics as in the better, I think.
Thank you.
Can I just make a comment?
Yes.
It would be great if we could reinstate it. I'd just like to say, did it in Cambridge at one time, and we had a youth council, but it died out. And unfortunately, it's difficult to keep youth engaged all the time. We did have some young ones come on when Voices for Dawlish got voted in, and basically through that 4 years, it all passed by the wayside. And it would be great if we can get them involved, but we need to do something to keep them involved.
Yeah, I think also what we get is at our age, 4 years disappear. At their age, there's so much going on, they've got exams, it's very hard to keep people's, I've had daughters, and it's very hard to keep their attention at that age. Right, thank you. Town councillors' reports. Any?
Madam Mayor, for the benefit of members of the public, this is really a bit specific. I don't usually bring a report before the meeting. However, so much has been brought forward by the civic communities recently that I feel it would be of interest to others to learn of some of our work. In November, I prepared a report for the civic communities meeting regarding a town/parish audit, following a walkabout to note such matters as damaged pavements, blocked drains, street lights obscured by trees, etc. Some problems we identified during our walk, but others have been brought to me by residents. I investigated them prior to inclusion in the audit. The clerk is now in the process of directing the various concerns to the appropriate authorities, and we look forward to action being taken to remedy the problems identified. Civic Communities, which we call CAC, now meets at intervals with Mark Payne from Timbridge District Council in connection with matters pertaining to our green spaces. And following my latest meeting with him, I presented a report to the November Civic Communities meeting with details of the various matters raised during our walk and those which have been brought to me by residents. It's most gratifying to see that work has already begun. Following the same Civic Communities meeting, we are seeking advice regarding work required to the limited areas surrounding and belonging to the Manor House, with a view to improving the planting and the setting of this lovely building. As part of this initiative, I've purchased a large number of suitable spring bulbs and have already spent several hours planting them. CAC is making good progress with the renovation of the Little Week Play Park, and we look forward to the work being carried out early next year. Coming up to date, I had great fun helping last weekend by entertaining the children as they patiently queued up to meet Santa. Being dressed as a reindeer caused many giggles. Then all changed on Tuesday when I posted the long-awaited Timbridge District Council notices on various litter bins advising that dog owners can now put bagged dog waste into the general litter bins. No one can say that being a hands-on councillor is boring.
Thank you very much. We'll be seated. So, anyone else? Manor House note. Item 12, just to note the report that was presented to us by Dawlish Celebrates Carnival. Did anybody have any comment on that after the discussion we had? Thank you. Item 13, Dawlish Town Council Interim Internal Audit Report. To receive a report of the Council's internal auditor, Auditing Solutions Limited, and no recommendations. You all got a copy? Anybody got anything that they would like to bring to the report?
I think we ought to, can I see that?
You say so then.
We've got to congratulate our clerk on the approval recommendation for everybody's information as of the copy of it. Is that we are pleased to recall that no issues have been so arise in this meeting. Now that's
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman, and thank you for your comments. And I just read out the conclusion of the internal auditor where he says that we wish to acknowledge the positive and clearly evident improvement in record keeping and manner in which the accounting records are now being actioned, with significant savings arising on costs following cessation of the external accountants contract and use of the in-house bespoke accounting software. And I think that's testament to our finance officer who spent much of this year setting it up and getting it sorted, so that now that we're in the budget setting phase, we can look at accounts clearly and hopefully produce some simplified documents for your consideration in January. So I'd like to pass on my thanks to her as well.
Thank you.
Could we have a minute that we offer our thanks to the clerk and
Yes.
financial.
Right, so we just note the report. Thank you very much. Item 14, GWR Rail Services, to consider updating the Managing Director of Great Western Railway regards the level of service being provided to the parish and wider network. Sorry? Councillor Fowler brought this, so if she would like to, and then...
Okay, I asked for this to be on the agenda because I thought as a town council we should consider whether we reply to Mark Hopwood, the Managing Director of GWR, in response to his email to us dated the 5th of November. I wondered whether we could decide whether to send a reply email saying thank you for your email, saying that they're going to work for continued improved service for Dawlish and that they're going to consider the residents and the commuters who travel from Dawlish Station, and whether we can say we'd like to see continued improvement in the new year with the 4 carriages as they portray as they promised.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I believe Councillor Press wanted to say something.
Yes, I did.
These are linked to the railways.
Oh yes. Permanently, I think that and one or two other things. I mentioned in my report that I was invited to a meeting which I was unable to attend, but I will tell you what it's about, and I will update you because I'm going to have the presentation. And this is from Great Western Railways at Swindon, which is their communications. You may or may not already be aware that we have a 3-week blockage of the main line at Whitehall Tunnel between Tiverton Parkway and Taunton in mid-February. Concurrently, there will also be upgrades to Marley Tunnel between Ivy Bridge and Totnes, which will see single line operation in use. It is important as a stakeholder, we would like to be able to give you a full briefing of the work and what it means to customers. So I wasn't able to attend this morning. I'm finding it quite difficult to be in more than one place at once. But he has promised to send me the whole presentation, which I will send out to the council. But it does mean that we can expect, I think, without the weather interfering. And as we've had a cliff fall, as we know at Lee Mount, I am now very concerned about the safety of our railway all along where the red, and you know I'm always banging on about digging into our red sandstone. So we're obviously going to have some disruption in February. So would anybody who's thinking of travelling to London in any way, please note that there will be disruption, but at least we've had lots of warning about it, which is great. But I will update you when I get to the news.
Can I ask you, did you say between Tiverton and...
Tiverton Parkway and Taunton.
Right.
And you've got to remember that is a main section of our
Yeah.
line. Without the flooding that takes place there, and there's a lot going on, as you know. So, but I will keep you updated. I've got 2 railway meetings coming up, and I'm going to Killington to a consultation in January.
Thank you very much. So, you would like to propose that we send a letter, Councillor Rich. Right. I don't know what I was going to say.
Send a letter to
I'm going to send a letter to pay all my bills. That you're going to send a letter.
Can I propose that we, as a town council, send a letter in reply to GWR saying thank you, we'd like to see the improved service, and as we promised in his email, to provide road transport where if trains are cancelled, especially during that February time. But particularly I've had colleagues at work say to me that in peak times how frustrating it is when there's only one carriage and all packed in there standing like sardines. So 4 counties per train, as promised, as they promised, on time road would be perfect.
Thank you very much, yes.
Thank you.
And that was
Very happy with that.
in paper, yeah. Thank you very much. We have one urgent item.
Chairman, it's probably old news now to most of you, but on Monday, Teambridge District Council attended court for the prosecution of Mr Ross Norman for the offence of the breach of the Teambridge District Council Dogs on Leads in Pleasure Grounds bylaw. This was the incident that occurred in April, which involved a dog in the care of Mr Norman not being on a lead as it should have been whilst on the lawn and going on to attack and subsequently kill a black swan. The magistrates issued the maximum penalty of £500, plus they awarded Teambridge District Council their full costs of £473.81, along with a victim surcharge payable to the court of £50. This is clearly fantastic news. To have the magistrates awarding the maximum fine, it shows how seriously they take the matter to be. That news has gone out, and Teambridge have issued a press release, and hopefully it will act as a deterrent for preventing any future occurrences.
It's good. I was just going to say, it's been an awful lot of hard work by Marie, who's the solicitor, as you know, and she was actually in court, and I spoke to her to congratulate her on the hard work that she's done, and she said it had been a very frustrating case. Under certain circumstances, it isn't the amount of work, it's contacting the gentleman concerned that has been very difficult over the last 6 months.
I wouldn't get paid.
In a part 2, I'll tell you why.
But yeah, just to note that update, thank you. I can well think this wonderful result. We didn't want the black swan to die, but that was the second one we've lost in quite a short succession, and I just think the fact that it just shows you can't let animals do exactly what they want and think you're going to get away with it, because nobody's going to do that before. Thank you. And that brings this meeting to an end. And if you would like to all come downstairs, we've got something. Oh, yeah.